We have been kept on the edges of our seats by this absolutely phenomenal show for 3 seasons. But hold on to your seats for Season 4. If the ending of Season 3 is anything to go by, where we were placed on an awesome roller coaster ride of emotions, then Season 4 will start with a bang. We wanted to know what the latest word online was regarding Season 4 and which big questions have been revealed in the new teaser. We also wanted to know what "quite soon" means. So we went and found out for you. You don't want to miss this one. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Shawn Levy says Season 4 is coming quite soon. It's coming soon enough, and as for when exactly that will be announced, quite soon, Levy shared with Variety. I shot in Lithuania right before the pandemic. We have filmed in Georgia, Lithuania, and New Mexico, so suffice to say, Season 4 is sprawling, Levy pointed out. It's visually and narratively very ambitious, much more ambitious than the prior 3 seasons. He added, the delay is due in large measure to COVID and the pace at which we have to work to do so safely, but it also happens to be the season that we chose to go much bigger. It's the scale of this season and the multi-settings of Season 4. We still have no information about the release date of Stranger Things 4 than we had previously. Is it possible the next season is coming sooner rather than later? While we think about that, let's take a look at what we think can be expected from Season 4. Could Chernobyl be a part of Stranger Things Season 4? Here's our wildcard theory right off the bat. The Chernobyl disaster could get a little shout out in Season 4 or may even feature in some way. Stranger Things 3 ends in the latter part of 1985, which means the Chernobyl disaster, which happened in spring 1986, is mere months away in their timeline. Large parts of the USSR, including Russia, were impacted after the nuclear disaster, and after seeing the post-credits scene, it wouldn't be unfair to assume we might be spending some time in that part of the world. Maybe the theory is not such a wild card. In Stranger Things 4, we may find out that Chernobyl was a cover-up for something way worse. The problem is that Chernobyl is very far from Kamchatka, but then again, in the Upside Down, anything is possible. Hopper is alive, but is he still in the present? As Season 3 ended, Joyce turned the keys to destroy the machine that destroyed the dimensional rift, and in turn, Hopper seemed to have been killed in the ensuing explosion. But Hopper is not dead. There are 2 reasons we know this. Firstly, in the inset after the first half of the credits had rolled at the ending of Season 3, 2 Russian soldiers approach a cell and the one says, "No, not the American," and they subsequently take the man in the next cell. The actual giveaway, however, is in the trailers of Season 4, where in every single one, Hopper is shown to be alive and working as part of some chain gang. There is a Russian song playing in the background. The song is actually a war anthem titled "The Red Army is the Strongest." There is another question that arises here. If Hopper escaped, did he go through the wormhole before it closed? And if he did he travel back in time? If the wormhole can bend dimensions, can it not also bend time? There are some reasons we think there is a possibility. Firstly, in the letter Hopper left Elle, he said he wished he could turn back time with regards to his reaction to what happened between her and Will. There was also a discussion between Steve and Robin about the logic of the Back to the Future movies. Hopper could be in 1983 or even earlier. Another reason this makes sense is because how did the Demogorgon get to Russia? Is it possible that the Demogorgon was actually created in Russia and then sent to the USA as a biological weapon? Is it therefore also possible that Hopper caused everything that happened from Season 1 up to the end of Season 3? We are in Kamchatka, Russia this time. We all know that the Russians are involved in Season 4 because that is how Season 3 ended. In the inset, we saw a snow-covered landmass and the title read Kamchatka, Russia. So Season 4 is bound to start on this 1,250-kilometer long peninsula. In the Season 4 trailers, we see a facility and what looks like prisoners, including Hopper, working on a railway line to the facility. According to the Internet Movie Database, the first episode of Season 4 is titled The Hellfire Club. In the trailers, we also see some kind of massive explosion at a Russian facility, maybe Chernobyl? And the Russians seemingly fighting a much larger Demogorgon than Elle and her friends fought in Season 3. Of course, this is also the Soviet Union, as can be seen by the Cold War hammer and sickle flag constantly visible in trailers. Imagine some tremendously entertaining action hijinks between Hopper as a proud American versus the Soviets. We learn more about Elle's mysterious past. Elle is probably one of the 2 to 3 favorite characters in Stranger Things. Since she first appeared, she has had us all wondering, but we may just be becoming used to this character. How to spruce it up? In the new season trailer, we see a girl lying on the floor of what seems like a classroom. We just see a glimpse, but her nose is bleeding and she appears to be in the middle of some kind of fit. We already know Elle's nose bleeds when she uses her powers. In another teaser trailer, we see her cell number is, you guessed it, 11. Now we know where her name comes from. In another short flash, we see a dark-haired woman carrying a young girl, presumably Elle, down a passage as windows explode around them. In another flash scene, we see a girl who looks like Elle floating above a bed. Are we going to find out more about her powers? Is there more to come. Another teaser trailer shows us how Elle smashes her cell door into the two guards who throw her in there. The force is so hard that their bodies leave indentations and broken tiles on the wall behind them in the passage. We also see glimpses of Elle seeing visions of Hopper, or rather, that is how it appears. It stands to reason that with no probable clues, the only one to know that Hopper is alive and in what location he is Elle. Their connection is substantial as we remember the ending of Season 3 and the way Elle reacted to learning of Hopper's death and the tear-jerking reading of the speech Joyce gave her from Hopper. We all cried with her if you remember. Well, I didn't, but many did. At the end of Season 3, Elle's powers seem to have left her, but the most common story plot is to make things look bad for the protagonist, in this case Elle, before making our heroes come back even stronger than before. We suspect Elle is going to rock our world in Season 4 once her true powers are revealed, and we suspect they are massive. Keep the door open may mean so much more. Hopper telling 11 to keep the door open 3 inches is a phrase that brings Stranger Things 3 full circle. In the first episode, we see Hopper fighting a losing battle against 11 and Mike's raging hormones, urging them at every turn to keep the door open 3 inches. In the final episode, the phrase reduced fans to tears as 11 read the emotional speech Hopper prepared. But wait, what if keep the door open is much more than the mantra of a frustrated father of a teenage girl? What if it's hinting at how Hopper could be rescued in Season 4? The official new characters, and one we found in the trailer. According to reports, there are at least 4 new characters that will join Stranger Things in Season 4. But there is one we may have identified from the trailer. The official ones are Jamie Campbell-Bower, Eduardo Franco, who kinda looks like Gatton Marazzo, who plays Dustin, Mika Schemper, who is reasonably new to the Netflix Hollywood scene, and Joseph Quinn. Jamie Campbell-Bower is best known for the Mortal Instruments City of Bones, in which he played Jace. He also had the role of Caius in the Twilight Saga, so we know he is a good actor. Since Eduardo Franco looks like Gatton Marazzo, is it possible he is replacing Dustin? Gatton is an accomplished actor who may be looking to spread his wings beyond the series. Who knows? Mika Schemper is young and does not even pop up on IMDb. Is it possible she is playing a young Elle? Very much so, we say. Lastly is Joseph Quinn, who played Connor in the Game of Thrones and Grenard in Overlord. He will be playing Eddie Munson in Season 4 of Stranger Things. In the trailer, one of the soldiers guarding Hopper and the other workers looks like Cedric Henderson, who played the Faceless Man in Game of Thrones. We can see that he wears an officer's cap badge, so it makes sense that he will play some big part in at least part of Season 4. We were fantastically entertained by 3 seasons of Stranger Things. It was a show with so many ups and downs and so many strong emotional triggers that is sure to keep us coming back for more and should deliver. It kind of tied up all the loose ends at the end of Season 3, so we know the plot will be good, but some loose ends still need tying down. There are, however, some good hypotheses floating around out there. Let's see what Season 4 has in store for us. Expect more laughs, more tears, more fascination, more craziness, and more incredible musical soundtracks in Season 4. Feel free to leave a comment. Anyway, that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, take care.